him down and actually, you know what I mean?
Oh
They
yeah,
sat him down. They sat him down for a few weeks before he even got to play. So I mean, before the season went out, so they didn't give him a bonus. So yeah, man, for this dude not to play football in a year, I mean, of course, at the beginning it was really shaky. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
had Tomlin over there looking like, man, what's going on right now? But I think it kind of led credence to what we were saying last week and like why they had him in this game. And that deep ball that you see right now, the Pickens is the reason why they put him in that game, man. So I think I give him an A. I'm not gonna give him an A plus, but I'll definitely give him an A for his first game back.
No, for real. I Sean, go ahead. Give him a grade.
yeah.
What do you think?
I give him an A plus plus. Look at how the Steelers quarterback play has been for the last 3 years. And we always forget what Russ is capable of, bro. Like, think about it. Russ has been on very bad teams since the Legion of Boom ended.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
for
He
sure.
had a coach that sabotaged him last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and the
really.
Steelers and the Steelers, we was excited just to see the ball in the air last night. I mean Sunday night. We was excited. It's an A plus plus on standards that we got kind of accustomed to with Kenny Pickett
Mm-hmm.
and company. Like Russell Wilson is a breath of fresh air. I promise you, the receivers in that room are happy he's starting. Whether you want Justin Fields to start or not, the receivers and tight ends are happy. And A plus plus, if we comparing it to Kenny Pickett, any kind of sort, A plus plus.
For
Don,
sure.
actually, I give you your flowers, man. We were talking last week, or episode we did last week, and you were saying that you know you want to see a different dynamic with Russell Wilson coming in, and like Fields was cool, but Russell Wilson was he's always going to be the QB1. And I was
Mhm.
like, all right, that makes sense. And I was like, and I thought the same thing. I was like, I mean, Justin Fields is cool, but I always thought Russell Wilson. I feel like he didn't have anything to lose, and just by watching him play, I feel like he had more dominance, more command over the offense. Just like at the line of scrimmage, he was checking out of plays, checking into plays, telling everybody where to go, this and that and that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what a quarterback is supposed to look like. And I think he just solidified all that for us. And I was happy. So
Sure.
I don't want to give him an A plus. I give him a good I give him a good B plus. Just
Mhm.
because I feel like there's so much more he needs to do. And but the thing is, like, you just throwing them moon balls to George Pickens, I can watch that all day. That man just catching whatever.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about Russell, everything that he's doing so far.
For sure.
Um,
Can I add to that real quick?
yeah, go ahead.
So, kind of like what I was saying last week was, being able just to throw the deep ball, and that
Hmm.
was something that Justin just wasn't doing. And no offense to Justin, I think right now it's not, it's the touch part, right? I don't think it's the
Hmm.
fact that he can't throw the deep ball. I just think he doesn't have the touch yet. He'll develop that. I think that will come over time, especially being like sitting behind Russ for a full year and sitting
Hmm.
behind that for a full year. He'll definitely develop that. I just think when you watch this offense, being able to throw that deep ball is going to be such a huge thing. It's going to be such a
Hmm.
major thing. And kind of what I was saying last week, and I think I posed a question to y'all last week, was
Hmm.
like part of the QB change was that to get Pickens involved. Does it look
Hmm.
like Pickens had one of those games where because he's been known to check out of games. Did it look like that was one of those games?
Nah, he was more excited because he knew he was getting that rock, man. We think
Right.
Yeah.
so.
Oh
So,
yeah. And with Russ starting, it kind of opens up the rest of our offense, especially with
yeah.
the offense Arthur Smith on the run. Our running game will benefit from our passing game, and it should be the other way around. But in this case, the threat of a passer gives our running game more opportunity because I can say that for the first 6 games, teams was going to running one high safety on defense. Everybody
Hmm.
loading up the box. This is the
Hmm.
first game I've seen people playing two high safeties on us and letting our running backs really get opportunities. And it showed. It showed. We get one-on-one matchups. Look at that, one-on-one matchups, and you got to give it to your playmakers. Okay? Um, George Pickens is a playmaker. You have to give him a
Hmm.
shot. We didn't have that with Justin Fields because our run game was not, our passing game was not a threat, and our run game kind of feeds off of that too. a play
Mhm.
action, two high safeties on defense where you can go up the middle. We got more bodies on bodies. So having Russ in opens up the run game and it gets you the one on ones where if they do load the box, we got a passer that can
Mhm.
get the ball to your number one.
Mhm. And yeah, it so the run game was opened up, but also too, I like the flow of the offense. That's the one thing I feel like we was missing a lot. Like when Fields was in, it felt like it was just more run, 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 and then maybe throw the ball if a dude's open. You know what I mean? Did that
Right.
feel like to y'all?
Exactly. Yeah,
for
that
sure.
makes sense.
And and also what it brings to is like on those longer third downs, you don't feel you don't feel as if it's a stretch to get that third down, right?
Hmm.
Because with Fields, if you knew it was 3rd and 8, it's like, yeah, dog, if he not running this ball,
Right.
we not getting this first down, bro.
Not for
Like it was no hope. It was no hope. Like throw that dump down, or we punt the
Yeah,
ball. It's 2nd and 12, and we get 3rd and 8. We know we punt the ball next play. That's
yeah, for sure. Like we we know that we if he not cutting the run, that this is definitely about to be a fourth down, and we just gonna have to wait for the next series, man. So, um, I think too, like there's so many different technical things, and Todd kind of said it last week. I really want to give Todd his flowers, my brother. I want to give him his flowers.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Having command of the offense too is a big thing, and there was like a red zone play. I it almost leaves credence to why I gave him an A.
Mm.
But at the same time, like it's why I didn't give him the A+ because
Mm.
he left some money on the board, but
Mhm.
the money that he left on the board wasn't really his fault. But it was more or less just kind of like just him not checking out of certain things. But I want to be able to highlight one play. It was the touchdown to Van Jefferson
Mm. Okay.
when at the line of scrimmage, he sees, oh yeah, it was actually another play that they ran, and it was actually supposed to be a slant coming across for Darnell, but he ended up checking out of that and putting Van on the out and having Pickens run a big or a top out, and with him running that top out, it kind of
Yeah.
cleared that space for Van to get that touchdown. That's a veteran play.
Hmm.
I don't know if Fields checks out of that. I don't know if Fields does that. And again, that's nothing, not a slight to Justin Fields. That's more of a I've been in the league for 13 years type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's around
Yeah.
here.
Now I know what you're talking about. George Pickens kind of cleared out
Yeah,
the other corner, and he couldn't recover.
yeah,
Oh,
And I
here,
don't
I
know
see
if
it here.
Fields would have that patience if he's throwing that ball. He probably won't have that patience to see that go through. He'll
right,
probably already picked it up and run.
right, right. And just knowing your offense, knowing where to go to, what to look for,
This is right
and
here.
everything. It's just it. Yeah, it's that's a veteran play, bro. Being able to
Yeah.
check that at the line of scrimmage, man, and not try to make something out of that. He's seen that
He
from the beginning.
Yeah, and he called. And it's funny too because now you're saying it. Now it's making me think. He called it. He called.
Hmm.
He, I know he checked out of. He said, "What was the word?" It was hilarious. The announcers were laughing at it. He said some funny word, and everybody like touched their helmet. And he was like, "All right, cool. All right, they know." And the announcer was
Uh,
laughing at it. Yeah,
at the
that right
beginning
there.
of the game, he had a call. It was a Coors Light at the beginning
Yeah,
of the game.
Coors Light.
Coors
Yeah,
Hmm.
Light,
that was
Coors
it.
Light.
He called. He said Coors Light,
They get
and they was like
creative with
Coors Light,
that was fun.
and they touched their
Another play.
helmets.
Can I highlight another play?
Yeah, go ahead.
For
It was
sure.
more on his athletic ability as what we know as Russ. What we
Oh
came to
yeah.
love as Russ. That
Hmm.
play he threw to um Pat Firemouth. It
Oh
Hmm.
was
yeah.
like a dig across, and it was a play action in that defensive man was in his face. As soon as he turned around, he knew exactly where to go with that football, and he just dumped it right off the Pat Firemouth. Firemouth got about 20 yards and trucked the guy. But it was one
Hmm.
of them plays where if that was, Justin Fields, we might not have that.
Right.
Justin Fields would try to outrun a guy, but
Yes.
Russ
He would
knew
have
where
took
that
off.
man was.
Yeah.
No, that's
Not the
big
one
time.
hand, not the Pickens.
That was a crazy catch though too.
It
This
might have
man
been earlier.
underthrown. First of all, ball's underthrown. Second of all, Pickens was just like, all right, cool, dude. The good thing is this DB. That's why I was saying. Also, the Jets. I was like, I thought it was a good team, but their DBs, bro. When I mean, usually they're taught, balls in the air, gotta go for the ball. He was like focusing on George Pickens the whole time. He was just like trying to grab him and everything, and the ball hit the back of the dude's helmet. And I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, bro, what's going on? Like he wasn't even paying attention to it.
You gotta
Yeah,
get the
okay, he
ball
got
up to
beat.
your player.
Yeah, but like I like Russell's little moon ball, like that's cool, but he got to throw that just a little bit further. Some throws that's why I'm saying like I
Here's
give him
the
a
thing,
good
though.
B plus.
Here's the thing. He threw
Mm.
it, and
Right?
he threw it.
That's all you asked for.
Like
See, as Steelers fans, the last 4 years, we're so accustomed to people not throwing that and three and
throwing it.
out and stuff. Yeah, he gave him a chance.
He threw it.
Facts. I'm trying to find that play you was talking about,
Yeah,
Sean.
it was like it was.
It was like more like it was more like a screen that he
There we
stopped in
go.
the
There we go.
middle.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
Yeah, that
go.
right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just don't get that out of everybody in the league. He knew that
Yeah.
ball was. That's more like a baseball throw than anything,
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he
and
knew where
that's
he was
all
going to be,
instinct.
but I feel
And
like that
that's
was the play.
all instinct.
hmm That's where the play was going to go to. Um, but that being said, the Steelers are now 5-2.
Hmm.
We are going to do predictions on where we think they're going to go for the rest of the season. Hold up, let me pull up this screen right quick. All right, here we go. So
I mean, we
the
got
next,
one of the toughest schedules ever when they at the second half
what?
of the year.
Well, we have, but there's a lot more to unpack. First, we have a Monday night game against New York. What you think, Sean? I think we with the new
Oof.
actually, yeah, Sean, you go first this time. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm a little scared. Y'all know the Steelers with these when we play these kind of teams, these trash teams, we play very below what we capable of, and it's a trap game for us. It's a Monday night, so I'm excited about that because we play good in prime time. But we usually play down to our competition, and I hate that about the Steelers. If I can
Hmm.
change one thing, bro, losing to the worst teams in the league every year. I don't get it. I just hope that they come out and make a freaking statement. This is the statement game, not the Jets game. That was just seeing what Russ can do. This will be our statement game. We are supposed to beat the Giants. We were favored every metric, right? We're supposed to beat them, and we have to,
hmm
especially at home.
Hold on, we just got somebody in the chat. He said he traded Jacobs for more 8th round pick redraft. I still got Kamara, Hunt, Pacheco, Herbert, Bixby. Need a wide receiver now. Have Cup and more. What do you think? Oh, that's a lot to read, brother.
More
Well,
Nah,
I think that you should find a way to drop Pacheco
Pacheco.
because
I was about
I
to say
think
yeah,
that.
find a
yeah,
way to drop Pacheco. But if you
yep,
need a wide receiver, does it say he needs a wide receiver?
yeah. He says he needs. He traded more. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Chuba plays for the
Yeah, he needs a
Panthers,
wide
right?
receiver. Yep, yep. I
Yeah.
actually have him.
Unfortunately, if he's not willing to give up Hunt or Kamara, he probably not going to get nobody because
hmm
all his running backs, other than those two, play for terrible teams.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So, my bad, bro. I ain't really got too much for you.
It's all good, my guy. Yeah, it's. I mean, I got Kamara. He doesn't really produce all like that. You got Cup. I mean, I would say just pick up. Actually, a good pickup. Somebody I'm about to pick up, but I can't tell you about it until later on because I want my waiver to go through. Hopefully, nobody else try to take this guy. I got a little sneaky pick, but because I'm the top dog in the
Uh,
fantasy, people might
uh,
take my. If I say anything, they might try to take it. So we'll
uh,
wait. But I got some stuff for you. I'll put it in the chat. Um, I'm sorry. Dawn, it's your turn. What you think about New York?
oh, we beat the hell out of the Giants, bro.
I was thinking the same thing, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Even
Better.
with them,
ETA belt to ass. I swear to
even with
God.
them getting Malik Neighbors back, because I think they'll get Neighbors back, but I just
Mhm.
don't. You want to talk about teams that just don't. have enough. Like they just don't have
But they
enough right
always
now.
play well against the Steelers. Every team that be like that, they always play well.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get it, but the problem is this, right? That
Mhm.
defense is not to be played with. They healthy,
Right.
everybody pretty much back. I don't see Daniel Jones doing nothing with none of them. I don't really see. Only thing I can see is really they didn't let too many things with Malik Neighbors get through, and that would be the only thing I see really like beating them. Or if they have a or if they have a problem with their offense again, like their offense just so happens to sputter out. But like we said before, I don't really see too many of those same offensive problems happening
Mhm.
now with Russ in there. So I'm gonna keep it 100. It's about to be a beatdown.
I s- I see where you're coming from. I
Hmm.
understand it. Hold on, let me post this in the chat too. Uh, hold on one second. Share copy link because niggas asking me. They asking for the YouTube. Um, I understand it. I also believe that. I mean, I was watching the Giants, bro. The Giants, they're 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 bad, bro. They're so bad. I want to see them do something. Like I was like, all right, maybe it's gonna be more competitive. The Giants, they're other than Malik Neighbors and like a couple other pieces, like Daniel Jones. I don't know. He's not. I don't know if he's not seen the field or whatever, but that man, I don't think he's gonna do anything that's gonna surprise us. I think our defense is gonna play not lights out, not perfect. They're probably going to score. It's the National Football League, but other than that, man, I don't think they're going to do anything special. I think we're going to win, and I'm just doing a score prediction right here. It's going to be 34
Oh, you're hopeful.
to maybe 7, 34 to 7. What do you
Yeah,
think, Sean?
I do think we're going to win, but it's going to be a lot closer because a lot of people like to step up when they play the Steelers. I don't get it.
That's
We
true.
did have a great game last week. We showed we can score for the last 2 weeks, but when we get into these games, it's trap games, man. They trap us. These sad teams for some reason play their heart out when they play the Steelers, and I hate it. I be
Hmm.
just sitting here just like, why are we crushing them? Because any Chiefs would have put up 80, the Ravens would have put up 70. Steelers, we got to be 17 to 15 with a field goal to win it against these type of teams. I'm hoping they prove me wrong, but
Hmm.
as history would tell you, we always play down to our competition.
I don't think it's the same team, Sean. I don't think
I hope.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's the same team.
Hey.
I don't think it's the same um atmosphere, the same quarterback. I don't think Russ never gave me a way that Big Ben would give me spots of just being
Mm,
lazy. Like
mm,
where just like, I'm just gonna take it a little light today. We playing this team today. Russ don't give me he never really gave me that. In any of
mm,
the games that he's played, he never really gave me I'm taking today off. Big Ben would you he used to take games off. Like you could visibly see, all
Yeah,
right,
I agree with that. Yeah.
he ain't check
yeah.
he not and he not also again he not a young quarterback neither. So
Mm,
he not gonna give you the Kenny Pickett things or where he just not seeing the field at all. He
mm-hmm,
not gonna give you the fields things or where like he just scared, to turn the ball over. It's not gonna give me that. So I'll give you a score. Even if I might lean into what Sean like what Sean was saying and being a little close.
mm-hmm,
You know what close is? They still beat these dudes by double digits. It's gonna be
mm.
24 to like 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's understandable too. I mean, and I understand where Sean's coming from, and that sense of I would say fear, but understanding comes from a deep rooted Stiller fan. Like that right there is like you're not gonna get like you'll get that from some people, but now Don has opened my eyes because last week he's like, this is a different Stiller team. And I was like, this is a different
Yeah.
team.
I do agree with that.
We can't think about it as the old Steelers of the past, and we're so used to a certain way. Like they're changing everything up, and I feel like this week now it's really gonna be Russell's coming out party because he has to produce better than he did last week. Now he has a whole week because now he's with the guys. He got their confidence now. The defense knows how Russell Wilson is preparing. Defense is going to prepare for Daniel Jones. I feel like the offense really going to put their best foot forward and come back and do their thing. So, I think it's going to be more of a blowout. But hey, we'll see. Like, I might be wrong this week. We don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, I still think that defense doesn't give those dudes more than 13 points.
Mm,
But
that's true.
here's the I brought this point up. I just be talking to my wife. She just listening. I don't think she understands it. But here's the point: we are a great defense from necessity because we
Mm,
always have to play defense, right?
hmm hmm
Anything didn't score. We had Duck Dodges at quarterback. I could have went out there and played quarterback, but they played great defense for necessity. Sometimes when you got a good offense, your defense can take their foot off the gas a little bit. Like I know my quarterback can get us some points, so you know what? That ain't gonna hurt. This long play ain't gonna hurt me. Sometimes I just hope the Steelers don't do that, knowing that we got kind of a safety net with Russell Wilson that can throw the ball more than 15 yards.
hmm
Sometimes teams do play down because of that. I know I got Patrick Mahomes on offense. I can
hmm
I can relax a little bit on defense. Nothing to worry. I just hope we don't fall into that.
Yeah, no, I don't see that, bro. I think that defense is that defense got too many
I
killers
agree.
over
But
there
I just
to
hope they don't got that.
yeah. And even like what was the worst game you could say? Indy? Even at the end of that game, they had a chance to win that game. They
No,
gave them a
yeah,
Don't
chance to
I
win
would
that
say
game.
don't bring that
it was
up,
a
man.
weird start. It was a weird start. Indy started hot as hell. And then we injured the quarterback, and Flacco played like prime Peyton Manning for some weird reason. You
Flacco
think this
should be
whole was
starting for them.
Yeah, he should. But they gonna get
uh,
Anthony Richardson his time, man.
I get
But
offended when
let's
a
get back.
quarterback is
Let's
injured.
get back on it. Washington, is this a win or a loss? Don, you go
Is
first.
Jaden Daniels playing or no?
Yeah, I was gonna say who they got at quarterback, Mariota.
Because if it's
He,
Mariota, we definitely wearing that game.
I don't know. I think he's still hurt, but I didn't hear nothing back from Jaden. Let me see.
Is it that hip flexor injury? What they
Yeah,
saying?
And that dude don't not he even though he watching Jaden Daniels reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson, and if there's a team who knows how to handle Lamar Jackson, it's
Right,
definitely the Steelers.
he had
right.
a rib complication. That's what it was.
Okay.
So and he doesn't unlike Lamar doesn't take a lot of straight shots, so you don't really catch him clean.
Hmm.
Jaden Daniels, man, has a whole college tape of him getting caught clean. So it's just
Yeah.
uh great quarterback, great dude. He young. He gonna be it's a lot of things he gonna see in that game that um he not gonna realize. So
Yeah.
I don't think Washington beats us. I think they might scare the bejesus out of us, but
Mhm.
I don't think that they beat us. I
And
think it's the weeks afterwards where it starts to get a little shaky.
And to answer your question, Jaden Daniels is on a week to week basis, so they don't know. He had a broken rib or something else that happened.
Yep.
Um,
Hmm.
so the MRI said he's week to week, but NFL be lying to people, like so we'll see what happens. What do you think, Sean? Is that a win or a loss?
I think it's a win on the fact that, like he said, that he hasn't seen real, other than the Ravens he just played. He
Mhm.
hasn't seen real schematic defense. He look. I mean, what division is he in right now? I mean,
Who?
is he really seeing real defense? He's
Oh,
just lighting
Washington.
everybody up right now. So when he get real defensive minded coaches that can shut him down, like a Mike Tomlin,
Hmm
and a real scheme for him, he gonna have to go in his bag. And is he ready for that? I don't think he is with our defense. I do think it's a win for the Steelers, but Steelers have a tendency of going into these NFC games with like
Yeah,
no
NFC
pressure,
East.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, who's in the NFC East? Cowgirls. I mean the Cowboys. Cowboys and the Giants. They're dysfunctional. So right now he's gonna look good against his division opponents because they're nobodies. Um,
Yep.
but
Eagles.
when he start getting to these later months and he's taking them hits, I see. Yeah, he's taking these hits. That's gonna add up to a guy that like to run, a guy that
Okay.
like to move.
I
So I think.
got.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No, yeah, I think the Steelers is going to show him something like, all right, he gonna have to either he gonna be a pocket passer or he gonna run for 300 yards. It ain't no in between. He's not gonna run all around the field making crazy plays. they're gonna make it one dimensional. He's gonna have to stick to that and show us something that he probably not ready for at the moment. But yeah, I get the Steelers probably winning probably about 6, 7 points.
Yeah, to add on what you were saying too, I think we beat Washington just because I think our defense is truly. I think that they're a force to be reckoned with, and they don't get the kind of like gratitude they deserve. I really think that, especially if your quarterback, like you see what they did to Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be one of the top quarterbacks, and now it didn't look like it. But now we got
Yeah,
Jay Daniels coming now. What on Washington? Like I think our defense is too professional to let any other games kind of slip away. Not like I'm more scared like the quarterbacks than the actual team. You know what I mean? And I ain't really scared of like Washington. If he plays, all right, we'll see. He has to beat the Steelers. Like that's like for me. But their defense will keep us in the game. I feel like we're going to win that game. But also, let me just go like quick hitters right quick. Baltimore. Like for some reason, uh, um, Jamar Jackson. For some reason, he plays bad against us, which is cool. I'm happy. I love when he
the
plays bad.
reason is because we're familiar with him. That's why.
Yeah, we
There's a
see him
reason.
Yeah, yeah,
twice a year.
I love it. So but it's not going to be an easy game. But until they got Derrick Henry, they got too many. I feel like
Oh,
the Baltimore
oh,
Ravens got too many weapons. I feel like we might lose that game, but I don't want to say it's going to be a win, but I feel like it might be a loss. We're going to beat the Browns. We're going to beat the Bengals. We're going to beat the Browns again. We're going to we might no, we're going to beat the Eagles. We might lose to the Baltimore Ravens. We might lose to Kansas City, and then we might lose
You
to
ho. We going 0-2 to Baltimore?
uh. I said we might beat. So we'll beat them first time because they come here, and then we're at Baltimore. So that's going to be a hard game to play. Then we're at Philly.
You got us
that's
going
crazy.
0-2 to Baltimore. Do you
No, I
know
got us
one of
going one
those
and one. I got us going one
one
and
and
one in
one?
Baltimore.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
because we'll beat them
Which
at
one?
home.
Okay.
At home,
Which
but
one is the home game? The early
the
one or the late one?
Yeah, the
the
home
early one,
game.
when it says verse the Sunday November 17th. I'm sorry.
Because I know
That's
one of those games for them is the Bengals and then us. So I
hmm
don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think that they might lose that one. They dropped that one, and then and then we might. I don't. You
yeah.
know what? It's kind of hard because, bro, when's the last time Lamar's beat us?
Right?
I don't even know,
We,
bro.
we were
Last year he threw
undefeated
a
in
pick.
division play last year.
He's lost to
Yeah,
Kenny Pickett.
yeah, he did. He
We
threw he
got
threw a
seven out.
he threw a pick to Joey Porter Jr. That got his first pick
Oh,
to Odell.
okay.
Was that Odell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Last year, I remember watching that game. Um, so yeah, but so yeah, I think we lose to Kansas City. Kansas City's beatable. I don't know why, but
No, not.
I don't know, Don. Just remember everything you're saying. This is a different Steelers team, so I'm really trying to think. Like I don't really see us losing too many games left, you know. And it's
I,
crazy because I just feel like our offense is questionable, but our defense, I just feel like if the offense can get them enough time to rest for them to do their thing, and we play balanced football, man, man, we crushing a lot of these teams. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I see us
And Mike
losing both
and
Bengals games. To be honest
Mike
with you.
Tomlin, we trust. Uh,
Yeah.
bi- both Bengals game. Yeah, I gotta watch more of the Bengals. I ain't really see. What do you think, Sean?
It's
That last game, you really can't tell because of where they at in playoff position. Maybe they,
Mm-hmm.
done or they want to rest or stuff like that. So I can't say we lose it twice. The
Mm,
Ravens though, they're scary, man. With Derrick
mm,
Henry, that's because you can get to the fourth quarter. Steelers, we play to get to the fourth quarter for most part before we had Russell Wilson.
mm-hmm,
We play to get to the fourth quarter and gives ourselves a chance. If we
mm-hmm.
get to the fourth quarter, Derrick Henry running the ball, that is scary. Lamar Jackson running on the outside, read options and stuff. That's scary. That's scary. But
that's
I
scary
do
against
not.
every other team. If
Right.
there's one team I'm not scared of, it's them. I don't
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
true.
I guess it's because of so many years of like, okay, like I see him doing that against everybody else, but they don't do that against, the Steelers. So I'm like, maybe this year because Derrick Henry's there. But even then, like I've we've played Derrick Henry a lot. I haven't really seen him do a lot.
Mm,
So maybe the combination of both might be a little bit different. Um, and I'm not trying to be a homer here, I guess.
mm-hmm.
Um, But I'm also just trying to look at it for the schematics. It's like there's one real way to play Lamar, and a lot of NFC teams don't really know how to play him. So they kind of just you got to force that man to make throws. And I don't know if you guys. I've watched a few Ravens games this year. I don't know if you guys have watched a few Ravens games, but when watching those games, you can see a lot of teams running man, and you can see like, oh, these guys are wide. These I can make these throws. I'm not saying that it's nothing, not hating on Lamar or anything like that, because that man is great. So I definitely don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hate on him. But a lot of those things when you watch them, it's like, oh, these dudes are just. There's nobody like with the pass the other day to Bateman. That wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
dime. Like that. That didn't need to be a dime. He could have waited on that ball for 15 minutes before somebody ended up catching up to him.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's kind of like schemed up. And again, I don't think that's a Lamar issue, but if you force Lamar like in the beginning of the year, right? And I think he's got a lot better at it, but I still don't think he's like okay, there's only a couple quarterbacks that I'm scared of, right? One
Mm-hmm.
of them is 15 in Kansas City and the other one's 17 in Buffalo
Mm-hmm.
because they can make every single throw. Like it doesn't matter if a dude's covered or not, he gonna make that throw. Like it's just gonna happen more often than not, right? When
Yeah,
I watch Lamar, when the windows get a little tight, even like the Kansas City game earlier this year, there wasn't a lot going on for him earlier this year, like in
Mm-hmm.
that game. Like it, like the windows were tight. Like it was hard to make throws. Now towards the end of the game, of course, he started to catch on and got a little bit better. And like I said, he's gotten better at that. But all these other teams ain't really put that much on him yet, or hasn't really. Maybe Cincinnati for a quarter, but other than that, he hasn't seen that. And that's again, I think he's going to win MVP again. I think this will be
right.
his third MVP. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating. I'm just trying to say like, as far as his game goes, the way that you beat him is you have to make that dude make throws. And when you're not forcing that dude to make throws, he's just going to make it look easy because of his legs. And now with him having Derrick Henry in the backfield, it opens it up even more because now you got eight in the box. The play actions get better, and it's just just things you got to look out for. But forcing that dude to make throws, and usually that will happen, as the season goes on. Because once it get colder, you're gonna have to run the ball more. You're gonna have to make more clutch throws. You're gonna have to figure those things out. And that's why I usually don't really get too scared of Lamar because I still haven't seen it yet. Even though he has two MVPs, is going to get a third this year. Just haven't seen it yet. That's crazy to say, right? He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but yet haven't seen him make the throws yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I felt like that was long winded.
No, you good. You good, my guy. All right, we covered up the gridiron. Now it's time to pivot to the hardwood because the NBA season has just started and there's a lot to talk about. But I just want to get y'all predictions, man. I want to get y'all who's the is the team that's coming out the East and what team is coming out the West. And Sean, you can go first, man.
The team that's coming out the East for me is the Boston Celtics. I mean, you have to put them at
Mm-hmm.
the top, right? You
Mm-hmm.
see their game today. You seen their game today.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
smoke show.
they're
Smoke
you
them.
you gotta put them on top just because yeah they're the reigning champions. Everybody gotta make their claim, but they're
Mm-hmm.
the reigning champions. So for East, I got them. Now the West, I want to see Denver come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the Mavs. Again, I had the Mavs last year. I want the Mavs to succeed this year. It's just hopeful because I want to see Kyrie balling. But Luca, I don't know. Luca, people sleep on Luca, and even though
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I really think he's the most underrated, overrated player. Like, why are we overrating him? Because he should be over. He should be up there with the Jokic, Embiid, and
Mm-hmm.
all that. And we always put him like fourth or fifth when we making our list. But he's a baller. He's a real baller. So I got the Mavs. I want the Mavs, but I think Denver and Celtics.
Yeah. Yeah, the East, man, I want to say something other than Boston, but it has to be Boston for me right now. I I I, I was going to say like maybe the 76ers could give them a run, But PG hyperextended his knee and everything, and I don't really know, what's going on. Breaking news: Bronny James just entered the game. Oh no, he
Let's
already
go.
entered it. He already entered it. Uh, but he just
Was they on the court together?
yeah, they was on the
Yeah,
court
yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the
yeah.
second
I,
quarter.
I missed it, but yeah, I have for the East. I have Boston as well. Um, I'll see how my take might change. It might be fluid. It might go to other people, but right now I got the East. The West, man. I like the Mavs, but I'm excited to see where this NBA, where this Laker team's going to go this year. I don't know if
Mm,
they're going to win it, but I feel like they're going to. I feel like the new head coach, JJ Redick, and I feel like I feel like they just know so much basketball that they're going to try to do some moves on preseason and just know what I think they know what LeBron needs and just try to put as much pieces around LeBron to get him to where he needs to go. Because LeBron, you've seen in the Olympics, that man can still take over a game and everything. I don't think he's gonna do that every night. He's gonna have to lean on Anthony Davis and the other pieces they got around him. But I feel like they're gonna make a good little run. They're gonna win it, no, but you know, as of right now, I don't think so. But yeah, come out the West, bro. I don't want to say a team, but yeah, I'll I'll say the Mavs for right now. Yeah, just because, my bad to make it so long winded. I'll say the Mavs for right now.
mm.
Who you think is going to be the MVP?
Hold on. Let me get mine.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Uh,
No, did I skip you? I apologize. Go ahead, man.
yeah. So I agree with all of y'all with Boston. Boston, I think how does a team come back next year and still have more to prove, and yet this is going to be like a revenge tour for them, even though
Mm-hmm.
they won a championship. It's going to
Bro,
be the Celtics, man.
people
Because
hate
you got
Boston.
well,
People
yeah, I
hate.
don't think it's the hate of Boston. I think it's more like what their players have kind of been through, kind of. So you think
Mm-hmm.
about Tatum summer this year. Like, can you talk about a champion having a worse summer? And then
Mm-hmm.
now it's just like him coming back and just like, oh yeah, now everybody gonna get it now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like playing on the Olympic team. Well, he really
Well,
didn't play
riding
as
the
a
bench, or I was gonna say he sat that bench
yeah,
on.
it was a free trip. And and then you got Jalen Brown, who didn't even get selected for the USA team. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like Derek
Oh,
White gets selected over him. You know what I mean? His
Steve
teammate.
Kerr was trolling. Steve Kerr was trolling when he picked
You
that
know what I
team.
mean? And then now, like not only that, you got two guys who were on that team who had Olympic experience with Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? Like so they had great summers. So they kind of had Joe Mazzulla being Joe Mazzulla. So you really get some type of a revenge tour that's about to go on for them. A team who won a championship on a revenge tour is crazy, crazy work. Um, but then so I really think that it's going to be the Celt. I think the Celtics are going to win back to back. But as far as coming out the West, I hate to say it because I know my brother going to be listening to this, man. My brother Todd, but he a big Thunder fan, so but I
Uh-huh.
really man that team is set up to be great this year, like
They
really
got
great
Chet
this
back,
year.
right?
Would you say?
Did they get Chet back?
Yeah, Chet's been back. Yeah, Chet's back. They got Chet back. Alex Caruso was a pickup for them. They got
Yep,
Hartenstein,
that
who's a
was.
pickup for them. Yeah, so it's just man, and they still keep their same core. Jalen Williams is back. And then you know what I mean with Chet and SGA, who I think we'll get into that segment here next. I'll
Mm-hmm.
get to talk about SGA, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I think the Thunder are going to be a serious problem um, that
Can I,
people are
can
going to
I ask
deal with.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
yeah. Do y'all care about this in-season cup that they got? Does it make a difference? Because the Lakers won it last year, and they basically stunk until freaking till March. So do this in-season cup even mean a thing to them?
I
Well, do you know?
mean, yeah.
mm,
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying, do
Todd.
you know why they started NCAA Cup? Do you know where it stems from?
I guess it's a soccer thing, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they basically they added incentives for winning the cup to keep because during the middle of the NBA season, nobody cares, bro. Like people are just winning games. Like the good teams are the good teams, the bad teams are the bad teams. But now they give them something to play for, and it gives some more money and some
And
more
so,
incentives to give the flow of the they give people to watch something in the middle of the season. It's all about ad revenue and everything like that. They're gonna make more money watching them, so they're gonna give more money out to the players for
But as a
doing their thing.
fan, do you care about it?
Do I care about it personally? Not necessarily, but I do like how I just like the last championship game. I don't care about the rounds and whoever goes through, but I do want to see because it simulates the playoff. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like once a
Yeah.
team
mhm.
or the championship, once a team gets to that last game, they want that. I think it was like 100K last year. Probably gonna go up to 150 because they're making billions of dollars. Like they're probably gonna go up to like 150 to 250. You know, so yeah, that's what I like about it. What you say, Don?
I mean, they just gonna play for the extra bread, really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna want that extra bread,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
that extra bread in Vegas. People gonna want
Hmm.
that bread. Um,
Hmm.
at the same time, that money, the more and more that it gets watched, the more and more that the ad revenue gets behind it, it's going to
Hmm.
become bigger and bigger and bigger, and more and more and more money is on the line.
Hmm.
Um, so it's just kind of just like you're going to see it's going to at this moment in time, it's not going to look that big, but it's going to turn into what you see in soccer with the Premier
Hmm.
League and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yep.
So when you see it at this moment in time, yeah, it's some of the rules are confusing, but this is literally what they do in soccer right now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like this is what's going on in soccer. This is the things that's going to move the sport forward. Because it's going to be taken like the mid-season tournament or in-season tournament is going to be taken seriously because there's going to be a lot of money, a lot of ad revenue, and a lot of everything put on the line. And it's going to
Hmm.
become a thing where, hey man, winning that in-season tournament is going to be like, I'm not going to say it's ever going to be like winning a chip, but it's going to be important.
Hmm.
It's going to be something that people are going to look towards as an important thing, especially as it keeps going on and on and on and on. So, yeah, the in-season tournament at this moment in time is going to be. It may not look, it may not have a feel. It's going to give a good playoff feel, like in the middle of the season,
Hmm.
especially right before the All Star break. But once this starts to kick off a little bit more in the next few years, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
Hmm.
I
You're
Um.
gonna
only
see
ask.
it.
I only ask that because people downplay it when you get to the goat debate with LeBron and
Ah,
Jordan.
yeah, yeah,
Because LeBron won it, it don't mean shit. Oh, this ain't nothing. Jordan won. Like,
Hmm.
but if anyone else won it, we'd be way more excited for it. Well, at
yeah.
least
All right.
the average
Hey,
fan and LeBron haters
hey, fella,
would have loved it more.
let's save the goat debate for another day. Because there's so
No, no,
much
no.
we
But
can.
check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it
Go
out.
ahead. Go ahead.
Real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Real quick. Real quick.
Talk to me.
So they say that right now with with LeBron, but if they put that, if you drop the in-season tournament in the '90s, you know who's
Hmm.
going to want to win that more than anybody?
Pistons.
Oh no, it's going to be old OG Cheese Eyes and and Michael Jordan who's going to want to win that more than anybody. Because
Oh
guess
yeah,
what? It's going to be another thing that he could say, "I done beat all of y'all."
Hmm.
So yeah, man, nah, man. I can't, I can't let nobody have that. Nah.
And so, hey, it's all good. It's all good. But let's get to the topic. Who is your NBA MVP? Don, did you go first last time? I think it was
I
Sean.
Nah, I
think I
think it
was.
was Sean. I think it
Sean.
was
Okay,
Sean.
Don, you go first. Please. Who's your
Okay.
MVP?
It was my MVP. My MVP is again. I wish my brother does not listen to this. My brother Todd, but I have SGA winning the MVP. I think he
Okay.
was very close to winning the MVP last year. Um, and with this year being, I don't think Jokic is going to win it again.
Hmm.
I think they're going to find a way not to give him his fourth MVP. So if there's anybody who gets it, it's definitely going to be SGA. He's going to average 30 again. He's going to shoot over 50. He's going to have 5 assists, 5 rebounds. I think he's going to be up there for um, a defensive team award, maybe first or second team. He's going to be up there for that. He's going to be close to being the league leader in steals.
Hmm.
I think, and then with them. with OKC being able to take this next leap that I think they're going to take, where I think they're going to approach either they are going to win 60 games or being very, very close to winning 60 games, that this is
Mm-hmm.
going to be the year that he wins MVP.
What do you think, Sean? Who's your MVP this year?
Uh, my MVP would be Luka Doncic. I think he should have won
Mm,
it. Was it 2022? What am I
Mm.
thinking of? I think he should have won it. I agree with the SGA take. He was really close. Did he get hurt towards the end of the year last year? What
No, no, he
squad
was
was he
good.
on?
no, he was
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering because he was on my pick. Anthony Edwards had a big run where he was like looking like he might be the favorite. But yeah, I got Luca winning this year. I mean, his stats are just crazy. It's just like
Like he did his MVP year when he had um what's the point guard? He's escaping me, but when he had all the pieces around him too. So I think he's gonna have a he's gonna have a real good year, and it's gonna be an MVP race. I think it's gonna be either he's gonna I think he's gonna win it, but I also think he's gonna be at least in the top two, if not three. So
is he going to
that's
play the whole season? Because now there's stipulations where they got to play over a certain amount of games to be considered for these awards.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
is
I
he
was just
going
getting
to
ready
yeah.
to say
play?
that because he said he's not playing back to backs.
Right?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's gonna play enough just to be in the MVP race. But I think also what I've seen from him, like I wasn't really a huge Joel Embiid fan until, man, watching this guy play in the Olympics kind of actually won me over because I was like, man, this man's really this good. Like I was like, I seen him like do this stuff in NBA, but I was like, and like nah, this man's really like that. So I got a newfound respect for him. Um,
Got it.
yeah, yeah. But if there's
I
anything else
agree.
you want to, y'all want to, anything else y'all want to touch on before we close it out?
What's some like bold predictions for y'all for the NBA?
Mm,
Go ahead, stop. What's your bold prediction?
that's a good question.
I can lead off. My
Yeah, lead
bold
off, lead off.
prediction is the Golden State Warriors will be in the Western Conference Finals.
That's
And
bold.
Steph Curry is
That's
still Steph Curry, and I really think that this year their team without the because I don't know if y'all seen it. Um, Klay Thompson kind of held them back a little bit.
hmm
I think he
Mm,
kind of held them back. And it was a lot of games where he had put up so many shots when they couldn't really run any offense. They just wanted
hmm
to get him hot, and they shoot or shoot. He held them back. And my bold take is they probably make the Western Conference. Not probably. I think they're going to make the Western Conference because in this game it's shoot. Shoot. Everybody got to shoot. The team that shoots the best usually makes the finals.
hmm
Shoot the best threes. Shoot the most threes. Actually, they usually make the finals. That's my bold prediction.
Okay.
hey D,
Where
you
you
go
at,
first.
Stav?
Go, you go
Oh, okay.
first.
I think my bold prediction is that Wemby pretty much sweeps a lot of the awards, other than
Mm,
MVP. I think he actually finishes in the top five of MVP. I think he wins Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's actually going to be All NBA first team. I think
mm-hmm,
he's going to be All Defensive first team. I
mm-hmm.
think this is going to be the touchdown of the alien, like the true touchdown of the alien is now. I think Wemby sets foot on making himself a top five NBA player this year.
That's
I
that's
don't know if that's a bold take because I think he should have won Decent Player of the Year last year.
yeah,
But
he
I'm
was.
talking about the first team All NBA.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
you
I
know what I'm
see that.
saying? Like I'm talking about like there ain't gonna be. I think he finishes in the top three or top five in MVP. Like I think that there's going to be. By the time this season ends, we are officially in the era of Wemby.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
By the
Well, yeah,
time this season ends,
yeah. I think it's this season or when LeBron just retires because he just
no,
he.
no, I think it's Wemby era. The minute that this dude at the end of this season, it's Wemby era. It's it.
My bold prediction. I think Damian Lillard improves the Milwaukee Bucks so much that they make it to at least I would say they'll be in contender to the conference finals. I think Dame's gonna lead that team this year. I think he's gonna grow so much that he's gonna be the vocal dominant leader in on that whole team. Because last year he was like, all right, I'm gonna let Giannis do this, and I'm gonna just pick and pop and stuff like that. But now I feel like just watching him play, that I think like it's gonna be his year. I don't know if he's gonna
Yeah.
win MVP or anything like that, but I think he's gonna take Milwaukee to where they gotta go.
Yeah, I think him and Giannis was gonna average 28 anyways. Both. I think both of them was gonna average 28.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what Middleton gonna do this year? That's the question.
Man, it was a
He,
while. I thought
he,
he was getting
he was
traded.
hurt last year. I think he got traded. Where did he
No, no,
go?
I thought
No, no,
no, he
no, no.
didn't. He was supposed to get traded. They had him on the trade block, but he didn't get traded. So,
I think he got injured last year, or I think he came back. He just never was the same.
hmm
But
Yeah,
he
no,
was
no.
the X factor in a lot of their wins. That championship win, he was the X factor. Other
nah, for
than
real.
Giannis destroying everybody, but
Yeah, true, true, true. But man, what a show tonight. We covered everything from Russell Wilson, first start, making waves. We also even hit the NBA action, taking over huge. Shout outs to everybody who tuned in. Your comments and questions made it even better. Now that you enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live again. We're here usually on Tuesdays at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, or whenever we feel like starting. To be honest with you, um,
right.
every week talking NFL, NBA, all things sports. If you like what you see, comment, like, comment, subscribe, and also we're going to get some other. We might have some other days out the week to figure out if we're going to talk some other sports stuff like that, and yeah, we'll go from there. Is there anything y'all want to add before we cut this out?
No, all good, man. I love y'all partners, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all nights, man.
All right,
Peace.
cool.